This is an Ooh Wee production.
Welcome to the Real Talk Podcast, where the goal is to better our understanding through conversation. Communicating our feelings, our thoughts, or our opinions could be some of the easiest, or it could be some of the hardest things to do. But by communicating, we begin to form new perspectives. So throughout the various topics and opinions we discuss on our podcast, we hope that we can add value, understanding, and maybe a few laughs to your day. We appreciate you guys listening and enjoy the show.
Was it a crime to be a Negro spiritual? I expect that from you.
Well, the neck moves, they be like that too. When they really feel it.
Bible, not only am I the next Michael, I am the disciple. Yes, that is telekinesis. It's very powerful to learn.
This man is hilarious, bro. Because when I called your brother E, that's what it reminded me of. Because in jail, bro, I don't know why the word brother is like so used.
Nah, that's because they find spirituality.
No, man.
No, like seriously. No, hear me out. They found religion in jail.
Bruh.
You ever notice, bro, inside somebody, when you get ready to do a lot of time, bro, you got to have something to cling on to for hope. And what it is religion a lot of times. That's the thing that kind of like calm brothers. So if you don't ever notice, man, like for example, like a lot of people become Muslim while they locked up, whatever. My brother.
Bruh, they kill me with that, man.
But see, I ain't gonna lie. I use the term brother, man, to get away from the N-word.
I guess this. I don't know, man.
That's what
because it's like they hit you with a come on, brother. Don't do me like that, man. Brother, I ain't even trying to do it like that, man. Or they like, it's just funny, man.
You have to
see it in conversation.
I would rather it, man, because to be honest with you, that's right up my alley. Yeah, that's really and true.
Brother, you messed up my order, brother.
I would rather that, rather than you see my order.
I feel you. Okay,
I would rather that.
Okay, I got you.
That's why it's a substitute. So now they actually bring your value back into their life.
I like it.
When before, you know what I'm saying, the term, the N-word, we talking about that's a term, it was never endearment.
Yeah.
We just, you know what I'm saying, yeah, we radical, you know what I'm saying, being radical with the term, talking about we using it on one another still and even calling them that, but really and truly, you know what I'm saying, the genesis of the word is what it is.
I'm with that. Yeah. I'm with that, man.
My brother.
Yo.
It's no different than now the term king. It's like, bringing royalty back into the sense. Like, it's really to open up your eyes and make you think.
Nah, I'm not trying to be funny, though, bro. But it's,
Go ahead, man.
You already know it, though.
Go ahead, man.
You hit me with it, man.
Go ahead.
Hey, King, you got a minute? Or like, it's like, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just the way it's used sometimes.
Sometimes, bro, it's the key, the proverbial key that, you know what I'm saying, one must put into their mind and take and turn it.
King.
My brother.
You drive, okay.
You understand what I'm saying? All right.
So that's what, I don't know, man. I think it's just, because I feel like sometimes it get used improperly.
I wouldn't necessarily say, I think sometimes our thoughts become improper.
How we go
that's
about
why we got to take that proverbial key and turn.
I like
the lock.
I like
you know what
that,
I'm saying?
Man.
So unlock our thoughts.
Right.
To the possibilities, which are endless.
I like that, man. I like that. So like, for instance, I'm thinking about selling stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? How people they come off like they dropping knowledge, but it's manipulative.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And that's the angle I'm coming at, because then it's like, that's why I would laugh when you say king, because it's like some people come on the internet and they do it and they use the word.
Now don't get me wrong. Like, you got certain people like that. That's going to twist it. And, you know what I'm saying? But again, you got discernment. God bless you with discernment. Yeah. You know whether or not they be. Now, you might in your mind, you might want to laugh the first couple minutes, man, just from hearing this, his intro. But sometimes, man, we gotta bypass that and just like listen to it. It's just like lyrics in a rap song. Sometimes you gotta bypass the beat and actually hear what they're saying.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But sometimes you gotta bypass the certain words and actually hear what they're saying.
That's real. That's real.
You know what I'm saying? That's why, like even crackheads, man, you can learn a life lesson from a crackhead.
100%. 100%.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
I'm with that, King? Man, I'm with it, man. I'm with it. I think that's a good segue into the topic too, man. Like,
word.
We was talking about success and I forgot how it started off. How we even started off with that. We was talking about,
we were just talking about like
scripts.
the different, like we were talking about like the different blueprints that's in place. And like when you see success has a format. You know what I mean? Anybody that's successful, first of all, they didn't just start from scratch, or they didn't even create their own scratch. A lot of times they see somebody else. It's the term that was brought to me when I was in barber school at one point. You know, seeing what right looks like. If you see what right looks like, then you understand what it is that you're trying to, obtain and how to go about,
Facts.
Traveling that, that road. Although that road could be bumpy, whatever, you understand what's on the opposite side of these bumps and, these hurdles, so to speak, or adverse situations, whatever. I just stay the course.
Nah, that's real.
So like I was talking to you about, man, prior to us starting, it's like if I'm a writer and the aim is a New York Times bestseller, right? How in the world am I going to just pop up and say, man, my next book about to be a New York Times bestseller, and then you come back and say, okay, cool, bro. So, what's the aim? What's the, how you plan on navigating this? Like, what's the direction? How, how to do this? How do you know how to do this? And I tell you, bro, it's just in me. And you're like, okay, bro, that sounds cool. I mean, that's good to know that you feel like you got, the empowerment to go out there and do it. But like, what's the blueprint? Yeah. And then I come back and I say, nah, I'm the blueprint. Now, don't get me wrong.
Let's say self-belief.
It's certain. Exactly. Self-belief is good, and there's certain cases in which God will call you to do something different. Notice I didn't say new, something different. Yeah. Because as it's been stated in the good book, there is no new thing under the sun, meaning it's already been done. However, we could be in a phase, or we could be in a season of so many things looking similar, or tasting the same, or, functioning the same. And then God might bring you to the forefront just so you can just implement different again, so that we can change the season. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? No, sometimes that does happen. But again, the different when you say, okay, I am the blueprint. Let's keep it on that for a moment. I am the blueprint. Okay, so you are the blueprint, and then somebody that might be knowledgeable and want to have this conversation with you, they might say, okay, I like your mindset. You are the blueprint. However, what do you think was the keys to success for these other, New York Times bestsellers? Now, if that other individual says absolutely nothing at that point, or he can't say, or if he opens up his mouth and say, I don't know, then to be honest with you, he has research he has to do, or she has research she needs to do. It's something that was followed to success to get them to become a New York Times bestseller. What I'm saying is this here: most people that set their sights out on becoming that, they research, they study that. Yeah, 100%. Understanding, okay, hey, how-to books are important. People love how-to books, or people love self-help books, stuff like that. So number one, I might need to find me a category in which I can go ahead and start in a self-help, or, a how-to, whatever. But the key is, I understand my market now. However, how do I remain true to me? Right. Now the different becomes you. The blueprint now becomes you, injecting this with your own DNA.
Now, let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
So, like, we just talking, like, it's a certain formula. Like, this is what you're saying.
It's a format that you follow to get your foot in the door, right? But again, like I told you, the difference that you're taking and you baking into the ingredient is yourself. That's the DNA strand. Mm-hmm. So automatically the way you might, word things, or the way that you say things in the book, they're like, I ain't never heard it said or stated like that before. Boy, that sounds like something my mama might have would have said back in the day. Yeah. And it becomes personal to them. So now it creates a little bit of now you kind of tugging at heartstrings, but you're not necessarily using it as a tactic, so to speak. You just remaining yourself.
Yeah, it's authentic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even in that, you still have to have structure.
Now, the thing that come to mind now is like everybody on social media, Facebook, Instagram, you have like these personalities on the internet, like Kev on Stage. Oh, Drewski, we just watched that.
Uh-huh.
So it's like with that format of like making parodies and making shorts or whatever, even that is a certain format.
Yeah.
And I had bought Kev on Stage's course and he spoke on that. And like, I'm paraphrasing, but it's like, it's certain materials that hit every time that you could just repurpose Christmas time or New Year's or something like that. So it's like, even that is a formula. Like to build, like, let's just say you got a following. Like you got your following and that's authentic to you, your type of funny, your type of this and that. Even within that, you still have to follow a certain formula, I feel like, to continue to reach the type of people that you're trying to reach.
It's funny, man. I was just talking to somebody about this yesterday, and I have a take on that, right? You said you can pretty much, it can be repurposed.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to break this down the best way I know how to break it down, right? Let's say it's a house. Let's say you have a house. It's a fixer-upper, as they say. You step foot in the house. Do you immediately see much value in the house?
I bought a house?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so, because I bought it. I was like, it had to be a reason why I bought it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right answer. You begin to do some things to the house, right? Why are you doing this stuff? What is your goal?
To be able to make it how I want to live in it.
To only make it how you want to live in it, or to do what?
Oh, you said fix it up, but like to flip it.
To flip it.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you want to flip it? What's the whole purpose behind it? To repurpose something, what's the purpose behind it?
To give it purpose?
To give it purpose, to add value.
Yeah. Right.
To drive the value up, right? But you already got what you need.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that you need is the fact that it's the property.
Yeah,
right?
that is very true.
The property. But if Buddy came back and Buddy stated that pretty much it's this surefire, it's this surefire way of making sure that pretty much everything you do from this point, dealing with this here is surefire. This formula is surefire. It's the same thing with the housing markets a lot of time. People go get the property. They fix the property up. What do they call it when they're fixing it up? They repurposing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rehabbing, right? In the midst of rejuvenating a house, refurbishing a house, revitalizing a house. I'm saying all of that to say this, like it's a formula to everything that creates and drives success in life. And oftentimes we can't deviate from everything and say you're gonna just reinvent the wheel, because the wheel exists for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I feel like that's the first time I said that in a while.
What?
You know what I mean? but what I'm saying is you can be called into a state in which you inject a little different into the formula.
Yeah.
Prepare yourself for what it is that you're trying to partake of, because otherwise you could do it right by doing it light, or you could do it wrong and make it long.
Nah, that's real, man. I feel like when you was talking, the first thing that came to mind was like rap music, right? Like it's a bunch of rappers, but it's certain ones that hit hard. Like for me, it was like Nipsey Hussle. Like it wasn't just the fact of the words he was saying, which was dope, or the beats he was rapping over, but it's like when I watch his purpose, bro. When I watch his interviews, you know what I'm saying, the way he talk, he articulated himself.
It's the impact of what
yeah, man.
See, that's what like nowadays people finding that with like this, like we in the midst of a new age of. I'm really more inclined to even to call them what they are, man, because this now I don't think we listening to rappers no more. I think we went through a wave where rappers was on top, but I think now we going back to the roots of the game. I think now we listening to a lot of hip hop artists again. And
which is what though? What's the difference?
It's the difference between rap and hip hop artists. Hip hop and rap is two different things to me. You look at the origins of hip hop, it had a purpose. It had a message to it. Rap, not so much. Most people will get in on rap and then, say, hey, yo, DJ, provide me a good beat.
Yeah.
And then it's like, now we rapping about foolishness.
I feel you on that.
You know what I'm saying? But, when you out there and you really rhyming and you really like you spitting fire for real, like man, that's something, man, that it's like them old folk used to say back in the day. It's like fire shut up in your bones. It's like you get that out, man. It's like you blazing the trail. The trail blazing.
Everything we mentioned though, I feel like has a structure to it though. Like rap has, you gotta have a DJ, you gotta have a dope beat.
But see that it comes off of the back of hip hop. Hip hop does not exist. It's like hip hop, it's a rhythm. Yeah. It's hip hop cannot exist without rhythm. Rhythm goes all the way back to our ancestors, things of that nature. You don't get hip hop without, jazz, without blues. You don't get all of this stuff. Really, it comes on the back of one another. You know what I'm saying? Also, what hip hop was able to do was it was able to just take and repurpose a lot of stuff. That's why at the beginning, a lot of people didn't care for hip hop. Because really and truly, they felt like, okay, it's a fad. And then on top of that, they borrowing, well, they would have called it stealing. They stealing bits and pieces from over here, but they repurposing it to sound more youthful, to sound more hip.
It's crazy though, not even on the topic, like I'm thinking about certain songs that's getting remixed now. Like a lot of T-Pain songs.
Old Girl just did one, man, and I was like, oh man, I said Keisha Cole ain't even dropped this song.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, to us it feel like, and I'm hitting that age.
That's a part of my childhood.
Bro. I mean, when this song first came out.
Yeah.
Now people redoing that.
I'm like, well, dog, if you were going to do it like that, why not let Keisha just jump back on the
dope. Let them feature on it.
Yeah.
That is crazy, man. I think it's just like, that's dope in itself, man. But even in that, I feel like just trying to stick to the topic, like success. Like it's a certain thing of success that you have to meet, but you can also be authentic in it too.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? And I think people may stray away from the structure part of it. For the simple, and more people may be inclined to focus in on the structure part. More people may be inclined to focus on a different part of being different.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But there's a way to blend the two. And that's when I feel like something big is created, something good is created.
Something beautiful.
Yeah, man.
Going back from what going back off of what you just said, like to be honest with you, some people might stray away from the structure portion. However, they have to find structure along the way. And that structure, that's why I say, again, even when being told you wrong, you're doing it wrong. And even for a person that's being told that they're doing it wrong, and now it's not an instant process for them, but it becomes a long process for them. In the midst of their journey becoming a long process, they're finding their own structure.
Yeah.
Along the way. That's why it becomes what adds more time onto whatever you're doing is the fact that the one element that may be missing is the structure.
Fact.
You got to figure out, okay, wait a minute. I got every tool. They're telling me, man, we almost there. We almost got a hit, but something's missing. What is missing? And that could be the sound of structure. Do you think success discriminates?
Yeah, I'll say yeah.
Ooh, please do tell. Explain that, brother.
Success discriminates. I feel like it's just a part of like
everybody can't be successful.
Yeah, everybody can't be successful, man. And like it's about how you carry yourself. I feel like that plays a part. Like just like you as a person. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You have to be able to be accepting of changing certain aspects of yourself. Okay. To continue to have success.
Okay. Okay, so do you feel like people that are assertive find success quicker?
Nah, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say they find it quicker or less quicker.
Okay.
Because it just depends. Like, I feel like certain people, that's an aspect of your personality that's a strength for you. But it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be successful because you have that. I feel like people that are assertive,
I feel like they can find success quicker than most people because they know what they want. They going out, they love. I'm not here to play around. I ain't here to be y'all friends. I'm here to get, you know what I'm saying? Fact. Just
they do come in like that though.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Now, the thing that kind of, again, the structure portion, that would kind of hinder them a bit because people that's assertive, they already know, all right, X, Y, Z. Yeah. I'm trying to get to X, Y, Z, but forget that we still got to go through ABC. You know what I'm saying? They already think about the latter. But the first portion, ABC might include teamwork.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which makes the dream work. So if a part of that assignment is bringing people together and, you know what I'm saying?
Now I'll say like most assertive people I feel like have like leadership roles, like team captains.
So
like they like have a leadership quality because of that.
So I feel like this here to a degree. Certain people feel like they know how to lead until it's time to lead. And then the part that they fail miserably on is the fact that, number one, they don't understand people, which people are different. They look at themselves like, okay, like you need to build yourself like, bro, you got to be assertive. But then somebody like, bro, like that's your thing. You know what I'm saying? Look, I know people, and people, sometimes you get more from people if you just sit down and just talk to people.
Yeah.
See what's going on with them. Or really, before you open up your mouth, you walk in the door, just kind of like gauge the room, the atmosphere. The atmosphere, I know this ain't nothing but God right here, but if they walked on stage and they had something that they needed to do on stage, whether that be reading or whether that be speaking to the, motivational speaker, just whatever. I feel like a lot happens long before they even open up their mouth. Certain people come in there, man, and let me go in and get this check, man. I came to get the check and I'm gone. And they come in and they don't deviate from anything. They come in, read a paper, and they out. But to be honest with you, you go in and you ask somebody about the guest speaker, whatever. Well, tell me something that that might stay with you for the rest of your life, man. Really, to be honest with you, I didn't get much from them. They missed the whole mark. But if somebody come in there and before they spoke, they took a moment just to take it all in, just took a little moment. They ain't got to take 3 minutes. Nothing. They just standing there, just a moment, and then went into it. I guarantee you that'd be more profound than somebody coming and just read from a paper immediately.
Mm-hmm. No, I do think of like a pause. Like I've learned that too. Like speaking, giving a decision, or like making a decision, even just before you give an answer, just pause for a second.
That's
or two.
it.
You know, what
gather
I mean?
yourself, all that. Yeah, it's just it makes it it makes it more relatable. First of all, because somebody's sitting up there and they looking at you. Shh, boy, I can only imagine being up here in front of all these people. But, excuse me, like, man, for us, man, a blessing, success. Still keeping it on the topic of success, right? The blessing for me, just me personally, one thing that's blessed me over these few years, man, of doing this with you, is being in position, man, to grab this mic, right? And to speak into this microphone, and then all of a sudden we get, like, things that happen in life. Like, we talking about real life. Like, the podcast is still real life, but we talking about when we go out the door, man, and then, outside. That's the top.
Outside,
yeah,
bro.
boy,
That's a whole nother topic on itself.
Man, look here.
Some people ain't never touched it. I'm gonna say that off the rip.
Facts. It's the time to hang up outside, and it's the time to come inside.
Nah, 100%. That's what being outside teach you, though. I feel like, because I was just thinking this, man. I was like, it's because people be like, you go to church, don't you? Or they might be like, yo, you a deacon, ain't you? And I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I was just thinking about, like, certain times people might be like, what? You saying that? You know what I'm saying? Or certain times when they find out you in the church, like, certain things they don't expect you to do. But I feel like God bless you with this, like, God gives you life to have experiences. Mm-hmm. Certain experiences change your life. Or they should, you know what I'm saying? And bring you closer to, you know what I mean, learning the difference, like we were just talking about outside and inside. And I think that God could use those experiences to help you out as well, too, man.
Again, the blueprint is you don't have to look no further than take somebody like Paul.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna get back.
I went on a sidebar.
It's all good now, but it needed to be said. But what I was about to say is the blessing for me has been, I know I'm on one today because I was able to pick right back up where I left off. That'd be the test right there, boy. You be like, I'm logged in. But no, like the blessing is, man, like when you go outside, sometimes you ask to do certain things just abruptly. It's like, man, somebody just call you. Look, I want you to say something. Say something? Say something to who? All of them. Why me? You know what I'm saying? Nah, you a good speaker. They might not know nothing about what you have going on, but they just feel like you the man for the, you know what I'm saying? You the man for the moment, the hour, whatever.
Everybody got somebody in their mind. Think of that person right now that you know, like, you
They
put
might
them on the spot.
I ain't gonna lie. They might not even have you in their mind, but you just happen to walk in at the right time. Or in your mind, now it's the wrong time. You might be a little late. Then all of a sudden, these skin, oh, well, who am I gonna get to do this? Because I'm gonna fumble the bag. If
You know what's funny? In church, they do that a lot. With singers, you know what I'm saying? And first thing they say, man, they put me on the spot. But I got a little something, you know what I'm saying? But you already know that person in your head that you could just be like,
they
oh,
cut
they
out
always
for it.
be ready
Yeah,
saying
they-
like,
Yeah. Just stepped out the car singing. So it's like, come on up here and sing that tune you were just singing in the car. You know, but but like the blessing is, man, that I've noticed that in my life, man, that's an area that's changed. Like just being ready and willing to do what I was called to do. You know, and now it's like it becomes impulse almost, like the nature of like an impulse. It's like, okay, look, can you say something to the people, or like I need you to.
yeah, facts.
Like, I really don't like, I'm really like you. I really don't like speaking out, you know what I'm saying? I got you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you get up there and you might say something. And you ain't, you know, I didn't rehearse nothing, you know, might have been late, dealing with other stuff mentally. But it's like for that moment, you just, you stop, you breathe, you lock in. You like, okay, I'm among family. I'm among, you know, young men that need to hear something. Not just anything, but something. Something that has worth, something that has merit, something that has soul, you know? How can I provide this food of substance, this food of soul food? So, again, you take a moment and then you just read the room and you just release. This right here, man, this has been a blessing for me, man, because it's allowed me to unlock different things that I didn't even know was present within myself. It's crazy because early in my life, I saw bits and pieces of it, being on the phone with a young lady, you know, just got a phone number, you know, and it's like, bro, in my mind, I always thought about things like very on a very extreme level. Like, man, you only get one opportunity. Don't mess this up. But you talking about pressure? I put pressure on myself. It's like, get on the phone with her. I'm already thinking. Phone ringing. Get it together. All right, now when she answers this phone, now you got to put a little bass in your tone. Thinking all this stuff, man. But the one thing you don't never account for, when you didn't, you know, you didn't muster the love, strength, and courage. The phone that, you know, that the voice that answers the phone isn't the voice that she was expecting. It's her mama now. Yeah, who this is on my phone? Yes, ma'am.
Facts. Whole thing switch up.
Yeah. So it's like, man, but just getting now, you got the, you know what I'm saying? Now that's a drastic rerouting. Like, you can't mess this up either. Because it's like, yes, ma'am. First of all, when you say yes, ma'am, you already got her attention. This boy here, he come from a good hand.
Yeah. Well, moms, bro, you gotta come respect.
Exactly.
You gotta come
from a good, you know, he come from a good home.
You gotta
so
come.
Now she trusts you enough to, you know what I'm saying? See, this stuff we talking about, man, these young folk, man, they don't know nothing about this because it's cell phones. It's like, that's the stuff that we missing, bro. Going through the parents, going through us first to get to the. Now it's so many avenues in which, bro, and that ain't success.
Somebody at work told me that. They was like, nowadays people, they think the parents trying to be their friend instead of
that. And it's so many different avenues, bro, to get straight to the kids without. I'm talking about, bro, it's crazy.
True.
Like the game systems, like you can go online and then avenues to get straight to the kids.
They got advertisements only for kids.
Exactly.
I mean, it's always been around, but it's like, I guess now that we have kids, you notice it more.
Yeah. So now, flipping it, and we're going to close on this. The unsuccessful nature of today is, honestly, we give too much we give too much freedom to our children. We do. How in the world do we expect our children to be children, but then we don't give them limitations? When we as parents and adults, we don't even have full freedom to everything. It's still limitations that we understand that we speed was coming.
Yeah.
It's some type of limitation built into a freedom. Like a freedom, we call it a freedom pack. That we call it that. You know, even with the term freedom, we understand, bro. There's some stuff that come with that.
Thanks, man.
You know what I'm saying? But like kids, we can't give our children the world. We can't keep giving them just to give them and not educate them along the way of, okay, look, yeah, you have been good in school and I appreciate everything you do and how your grades look, all of that. But I don't mind doing this for you, but I can't do this for you along with this, because with this comes a whole nother world of problems if I'm not careful. I have to protect you. I'm your security blanket.
Yeah.
That's the, you know, like.
Nah, you're right. You're speaking fast, man, because it's like the biggest thing you said was like, you got to educate them, man.
Yeah.
On limitations. Like, let them know that, like, you need, like you said, if I give you this, there's limitations that you must have with it.
Yeah.
I feel like I always told you this, like, I feel like it's easier to give somebody more freedom than it is to take it away.
Facts.
So it's like, if you teach them, I feel like, you know, like growing up, cutting the grass, taking the trash out, things like that, the responsibility that comes with the freedom that you want. You know what I'm saying? I think that's big, bro. So nah, that's real.
Yeah, man.
That's real, man.
You know, yeah.
Hey,
I've said my piece.
Hey, man. It's been the Real Talk Podcast, man. We touched on a few things. If you like what we said, man, give us a like, give us a share. Check us out, man. Share us with your friends, family. This is the Real Talk Podcast. Peace.
Real Talk 101. Love you, Granddaddy.
We appreciate you giving us a listen. If you like this episode and would like to engage with us or support, reach out through our social media platforms, linked in the description, and tune in every Thursday to check out new episodes. See you next week.